Assalamu alaikum, folks. A very important message on the topic of despair, which is giving up, okay, and how that cannot be an option in the believing psyche. Okay, let's take a question. Salam Mufti, hope you're well. Please keep my name anonymous. Chalo, good thing I didn't share it. I've been watching your videos for about 3 years now. Bit about me: my parents moved here to Germany from Pakistan. I'm raised here, I'm 29. I've been struggling with life. I've had a drug addiction for some years. Then with pandemic, I felt even more sad, depressed. When I take drugs, I feel better, but after, I feel worse. Is this all life is? I don't know what to do. So firstly, may Allah make things easy for you and for anyone who's struggling with such circumstances. Ameen. Despair, which is giving up, yeah. When we think of this topic, we're straight away hit with a verse of the Quran. قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسكم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. That, oh, people who've transgressed, people who've done maybe some horrible things or whatever, if they turn to the mercy of Allah, never should they despair from Allah's mercy. Never. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. And there's another incredible verse from Surah Yusuf that comes to mind, and this one's very interesting from a different angle. That لا تيأسوا من روح الله. Do not despair from the ruh of Allah, which is the merciful help of Allah. إنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. I mean, look, it raises a question that can a believer even despair from the ruh, from this merciful help of Allah? Can that even happen? Aisa bhi hota hai. It's like raising a question that, wow. You see, we have to, people that are in these difficulties, they seem surrounded. They seem like, yar, I can't see the horizon, I can't see through this fog. This word, here, check this out. This word roh, yeah, it comes from the same root as rih, which means wind, or that kind of breeze, that cool. See, it's a hot day, all of a sudden there's a cool breeze. Can you see it? Can you see its direction? Do you know where it's coming from? Do you know it's about to happen? But then all of a sudden, Allah. You see, and that's the ruh of Allah, that you have all of a sudden, يَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. That Allah will, and this is an interesting verse because it's in Surah Talaq, that whoever depends, relies on Allah, يَرْزُقْهُ, provide him, whether it's a rizq, whether it's help, whether it's mercy, مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. That the person, he couldn't even imagine that this is where it will come from. Speaking of giving up, there's a documentary I watched. It's about a suicide prevention activist, Kevin Hines. Yeah, so he goes around, gives seminars preventing suicide, but his own story is he himself attempted suicide. So he jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge in California, and just as he says, just as he let go, he realized what an incredible mistake this is. Just as 1 second after, oh yeah, too late. No. But just as he says, as I let go, a split second, I realized, damn, this is not what I want to do. That, you know, you have Dagh Dahlawi, he says, the मुअज्जिन ने शबे वसल अजान पिछले पहर हाय कम वक्त को किस वक्त खुदा याद आया. that he says that the muazzin, Shabe Wasal, with the beloved. It's a love story. And so he says at that time the muazzin gave the adhan. He says, "Hai kam bakht ko kis waqt khuda yaad aaya." That what a time for him to remember God. But he did. So this person, he lands. He's in this water, he's struggling, he's shouting, screaming, he's asking for people to help, and people are calling for the coast guards, and he can't feel his legs, he's trying to swim across, he's carrying his weight, he's sinking, and he says that all of a sudden I saw I saw a black object circling me, and I thought, damn, sharks. So he says I started to hit the sharks, and I was freaking out, screaming, and it wasn't a shark, it was a sea lion that had actually, what it was circling, and it was keeping him afloat until the coast guards came. يَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Allah. You see, think of it like this, yeah. You've got feelings, you've got your mindset, and you've got your actions, okay? Like feelings, mindset, action, fam, yeah? Now, you want to change your feelings because you're thinking, look, life, so I can't take it, I can't, and all of these are connected. So you're finding it difficult to be able to change your feelings immediately, but you can change the other two. You see, you can change your actions and your mindset. Drug addiction, get help. There's plenty, get into rehab, change your circle of friends, keep yourself busy, pursue a hobby, volunteer for something. The mindset, in your mindset, in your story, do you see yourself, I've failed, I'm this person, life, I'm just depressed, I'm just, I've given up, I'm somebody who's given up, well, if that's who you believe you are, then that's who you are. See, change that. Why do you have to think that think of this could just be a colorful chapter in your story? Now you're going to say, well, Mufti, that's hard, that's difficult, changing that kind, just changing this mindset. It is hard, yeah. Of course, yeah, it's hard, but so is despair hard. So is depression, that's pretty difficult as well. So is being miserable, that's pretty hard as well. So yes, it's hard, but it's your story. If you want to change it, I mean, you've got a choice. Yeah, it's hard, it's difficult. Yeah, ye to hota. Yeah, you see, you don't know how many lives you may go on to make a difference to. You just don't know. How, for all you know, let's say in years, decades to come, you're sitting there, granddad, telling your grandchildren this, yaar, koi baat chalta hai yaar, it happens. You see, don't worry, there was a period in my life, that this chapter in my life, لا تيأسوا من روح الله. There's I'll leave you with the poem of Jigar Muradabadi. He says that बहुत हंसी सही सोहबतें गुलों की मगर. Allah, that it's true that being in the flower gardens and these things, that this is amazing, being in that. He says वो जिंदगी है जो कांटों के दरमियां गुजरे. Allah, Allah, Allah. He says, but life is that which is spent amongst the thorns. There's ups, there's downs, there's what does Farhan Akhtar say in that movie? Ke, Dil mein betaabiyan lekar chalo to zinda ho to. You take this restlessness in your heart and you carry it, and that shows you're alive. There's ups, there's downs, but it makes a hell of a story. لا تيأسوا من روح الله. Well, I'll leave you with that, people. Wassalamu alaikum wa khuda hafiz.